The sun rose upon a young, barren earth. Slowly, vast and profound changes occurred. Water vapor, heated by the sun, formed clouds, condensed and fell to earth, creating the oceans. The heat of the sun produced the winds and currents, and life began its evolutionary journey. Plant life, using the sun to create oxygen, made possible animal life, and eventually, man. How was primitive man to deal with the power that controlled his life? Power that could provide or deny. Fear turned into worship. Some created rituals to ensure the sun's return. Some sacrificed to the sun. Others used the sun to plan their planting and harvests, and used its changing orbit to warm their dwellings in the winter and cool them in the summer. And the more he learned, the less he feared, and knowledge only increased his awe. Meanwhile, underground lay a vast store of the sun's energy, trapped, waiting.
Hey, this stuff really burns good.
Hey, it's hot.
I told you.
Yes, it burns.
Wonder if this stuff's worth anything.
There's money in oil.
I'm rich.
I'm richer.
Always topping me, Harry.
Let's call it black gold.
Yeah, that's a good phrase. Might catch on. That's some worm.
Yeah, terrific.
Yeah, good.
Right.
Hey, remember the good old days when we could just go driving?
Yeah, that was terrific.
It's over. I told you, nothing to worry about.
Importing more oil only made matters worse.
The value of the dollar dropped again today on world money markets with news of the latest OPEC price increases. Financial observers predicted.
And people began to worry.
I'm worried.
I'm very worried.
Somebody do something.
Don't look at me, man.
Find more oil.
Tell me where I'll make a hole.
It's your fault.
It's yours.
It's the weirdos.
Who you calling weirdo? I'm a Democrat.
Yeah, I'm a weirdo.
Then it's the Democrat.
Maybe it's a Republican.
It's the two-party system.
No, man, it's the oil company.
It's environmental.
It's them Ruskies.
He means the Russians.
Why doesn't the government do anything?
What government? The people are the government.
Then why don't the people do nothing?
You're the people.
Yeah, I never thought of that.
That's a good point.
Excuse me, have you seen my dog? He's a little white dog with a black spot.
The sun feels good on your skin. You know, when you're wet and cold, and it dries you and warms you up.
When Mama did the wash, we'd hang the clothes on the line. And when we took them down, I remember how warm they felt and the fresh smell. It was wonderful.
And with an early spring, we had plenty of sun that year, and everything grew. We're still eating the preserves Alice put up.
And in those days, we built our houses of adobe. First the adobe, a little straw, and the sun did the rest. Of course, you have to be careful of the straw.
We have a
otherwise-
solid north wall, and with the south end of the house open to the sun, you really won't need a backup system because the orientation of the house...
Have your power source, the sun. Water in trays coated black to absorb heat. Glass goes on top, traps heat, and that's called a solar collector. And then you pump the hot water to any part of that house.
Indicates that more than a quarter of our energy is used for heating space and water. So solving those requirements gets us a good part of the way.
One thing about solar energy I like, it sure is clean, and that's important. When you read about the
You're doing
nuclear
something about it. You're not at the mercy of those foreign oil producers. Well, not as much.
I've often
anyway.
thought that one of the good things about solar energy is it's pollution-free, which is significant.
If you stop and think about it, you realize that the sun doesn't send you a bill each month. Over the years, that can add
Today,
up
the
to a
fact
lot of
that solar is accident-free goes a long way towards reassuring us that we won't be faced
With solar, you worry less about terrorists and other people who use violence to achieve their aims.
My astronomy professor says the sun will always be there, at least for another several billion years or so.
Actually, one of the most important solar energy developments involves photovoltaic cells. That's getting direct electricity from the sun. In 5 years, it'll be competitive to the stuff you buy when you turn on your lights.